Hey, Rodrigo, how are you?
Hi, my friend. Good, and you?
Also, thank you. Can you take us back to your first moment where your first memory of the football was?
Of course. The first thing was the fun of playing with a ball and the happiness I felt being on the field and running. The feeling of scoring a goal in a stadium, of course, and above all, the feeling of teamwork, of making great friends and getting excited together. This is the course is the
Nice.
yes.
How old were you at this time?
5 years old, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
And who was your biggest influence in your early football days?
Okay. My thank you for your patience with my English, but my biggest influence was my father, who took me to the stadiums, specifically the Jalisco Stadium in Guadalajara, Mexico, to watch the Chivas of Guadalajara.
Mm,
I felt an indescribable excitement. Later, I wanted to be like the players I saw. I remember one of them in particular. He called Gusano Napoles, who had a celebration where he crawled around the
mm.
field like a worm.
Okay.
I imitated him
Nice, nice. And
on,
it
on
was,
the on the street in my first neighborhood as a child.
yeah, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And like, when was it like for you the first time where you break out to the professional level?
Okay. The decisive moment was when I trained for the first time against the first division players in the Monarcas Morelia team.
Okay.
I was in the U20 team, representative team,
Mm,
and it was a preparation match in which we played against them. That's when I felt that I had made it, that I could compete at the level.
nice, nice. And which kind of key lessons or takeaways during your different clubs and leagues in Mexico you had?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. Like what were like some of your key learnings, lessons you
Okay,
learned as you moved different like clubs and leagues in Mexico?
many lessons, such as knowing how to handle the pressure of a full stadium, for example,
Mm,
focusing on only your work without being affected by what others say,
mm,
training 100% without expecting anything in return and simply staying calm with that feeling.
mm,
But one of the biggest is that soccer waits for no one, nor does life.
mm,
Everything passes. You may have scored 3 goals and become champion, but you are still the same human being. You have
mm.
to turn things around quickly
Yeah.
because most of the time you don't become champion, and when you do, the feelings are very brief.
Mm.
You immediately have to prove yourself again and live. So in my mind, always you have two choices: to trust or not to trust, to believe or not believe. I choose continue to believe. You decide, and although it may seem basic, that which
Mm.
begins in the mind with a thought marks your destiny.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice. And was there any specific coach or teammate who helped you during your career with the mindset, believing in yourself?
I think all of them. Um, they all helped me in one way or another. When I was child, I considered myself introvert and shy, but soccer and all those people brought out the extroverted side of me.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay. And as a center back, you played in the defensive line and you were constantly under pressure. You mentioned before how you learned how to deal with pressure. Which kind of which kind of demands this position have?
As a center back, you're under a lot of pressure. You can't make a simple mistake because most of the time it's a goal against and you get um, score. I
Mm,
think I try to focus to give my best, and if I something failed, I was patient with myself. I cried, obviously. I let it
mm,
out, and the next day I went back to training. It's a constant job, I think. Falling down, clean yourself, and getting back up.
uh, yeah, okay, like all the time, constantly getting back up, back
Yeah,
up.
every time, every moment. Yes.
Mm. What was your toughest moment as a pro, and how did you get through it mentally?
Um, I would like to. I would like to speak in Spanish to tell you about it more fluently, but there were many difficult moments. One of the hardest one of the hardest was when I, in my first preseason with the first division, I had a collision. I don't know in the first training session, and
Mm,
then sprained my knee. I had to endure the pain because I knew it was my only chance.
mm,
I don't know how. I just know that I mentally prepared myself not to leave training or tell the coach. In the end, he noticed, sent me to the doctors, but saw my attitude of wanting to continue even though I was in pain.
mm.
So that made a good impression, which later made them trust me.
Okay, like standing behind your dream and giving everything.
Yes, yes, yes. I know that it was my only chance to show them.
Amazing. Like,
Yeah.
and it needs a lot of also power and like mentally strong. Did you say, okay, I have pain, but I go through?
Yes. Yes, yes. I think it's the only way to have success in your life and in this case in my career. Yes.
Did you experience like self-doubts or performance anxiety, and how did you handle it?
The performance anxiety.
Mhm.
Okay. Of course, I experienced doubts and anxiety. The way to channel it was still is meditation and prayer. Prayer, I think.
Yeah.
I consider myself a spiritual person. Of course, I also had psychological talks with a team psychologist and then some personal therapy. It's extremely important as a soccer player, as a person, to know how we function and how our mind works. Is
Mm,
big for me.
very
Yes.
good. And you posted once like "Estamos de regreso." Can you tell us about this post and about like the moment behind this comeback?
It's a good history. Regarding that injury, it was complicated because of this. I made my debut in the first division, stayed there for 5 years, then went to the second division for 6 months, and we were promoted.
Mm,
We were champions, and we are where I spent another 2 years in the first division. Then I stopped playing. I went to the bench, which meant I had got to go back to the second division to prove myself again.
Mm,
After 3 years of wanting to return, another first division team finally took a chance on me on my third day. I call it with the other team's goalkeeper and fractured my leg, the
mm,
peroné,
yeah.
the bone peroné. I don't know
Mm.
how to say. Uh, Imagine the frustration. In the end, it took me almost 4 months to recover, but I did it and got back on the first division field.
Amazing. That's
Yes.
amazing. To listen like these kind of up and down and up and down, it's like, and coming back, it reminds you when you told me before, like it's always coming, standing up, standing up.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, very often. Yes.
yeah. And also, like you mentioned before, it's very important to work without seeing results directly. And that's reminds me also like you had to work so much in silence, where you were like 4 months, you needed coming back, and you were like, okay, I trust. I have only the choice, trust
Yes.
or no trust.
Yes. 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 It is.
Which kind of mental tools or habits helped you during the recovery?
Um, Once again, I had to focus on taking it day by day, getting through the pain, regaining my confidence, and knowing that something very good was coming.
Mm,
No matter what happened, I was going to the best I could. That's the key for me. When you give your best, you feel good about yourself,
mm,
regardless of the result, because that will come sooner or later if you keep going. It's also about complaining less. You can complain, yes, but only once or twice, and then get over it.
yeah.
Yes,
That's a strong message. Complaining is okay, but not too much.
yes, too much.
Yeah.
We are human, but also we can.
Uh, how would you describe yourself kind of footballer? Like not just physically, but like mentally, which kind of footballer you are?
Um, do you refer my greatest strengths or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that?
for example, yeah.
Okay, my greatest strengths have always been my positive mindset, competing and 100%, discipline, punctuality, professionalism in taking care of my body.
Mm,
Technical, I was a reliable player, not the most skilled, but confident in receiving and passing.
mm,
Very committed defensively and very good on aerial play.
okay.
Yes, I was very passionate when it came to competing for the ball, and I didn't like to lose, obviously. Although I learned to do so and knew that there would be rematches.
Mm, nice. Would you say that your definition of success has changed over the time?
That's a good question. uh, I have never been obsessed with the word success. I understand it is something that comes if you don't want um, the one you love. I give you your best.
Mm,
If you follow your dreams, you are already successful because you are being true to what you feel. Today, for me, success is a simple fact of living, of being able to explore this world and feel whatever comes my way. Believe me.
wow. Thank you. Which kind of last advice you would give younger players? They are right now starting, and yeah, they want to make a pro.
Yes, yes. To have faith, to have um, positive mindset, and every day have focus in their activities, because is the key to improve, to increase um, ourselves. Yes.
Thank you, Rodrigo.
Thank you too, my friend. Thank you for the interview and that post podcast.